At the beginning of the movie we see that high schooler Brent is driving with his dad Dan when a bloodied man shows up in the center of the street. Steering to keep away from the man, Brent crashes his vehicle into a tree, killing his dad. A half-year after the fact, Brent amenably turns down Lola Stone's solicitation to the prom for his sweetheart Holly. Lola furtively watches the two having intercourse in Holly's vehicle. Responsibility ridden over his dad's passing, Brent has gone to sporting weed use and self-mutilation with an extremely sharp steel concealed in his neckband. At home, Brent's mom demands him taking a taxi as opposed to riding with an unpracticed Holly. Brent goes out and goes to a close-by bluff. He momentarily thinks about self-destruction, yet adjusts his perspective. As he pays attention to music, somebody takes Brent out. Brent awakens bound to a seat. His detainers are Lola and her dad Eric, who have designed their home in impersonation of a prom. The three are found a spot at a table alongside a lobotomized lady they call Bright Eyes. Lola infuses Brent's voice box with Blanche, annihilating his vocal lines, making him incapable to shout or talk. She starts to embarrass him, encountering excitement simultaneously. Brent liberates himself and runs outside, however is recaught by the cruel dad and little girl, who pin his feet to the floor with blades. Lola shows Brent a scrapbook with photographs of her past casualties. Brent perceives Timmy Valentine, the bloodied man who caused his accident. Timmy ends up being the sibling of Mia Valentine, the prom date of Jamie, Brent's dearest companion. Lola then, at that point, brands Brent via cutting her initials onto his chest and sprinkling salt on it. After Eric crowns Lola prom sovereign, she concedes having perverted affections for him. The two dance and nearly kiss before Brent interferes with them. Eric opens a secret entryway on the floor, uncovering a cellar basement with the past abductees still alive. Lola drills an opening through Brent's skull and gets ready to lobotomize him by emptying bubbling water into the opening. Brent figures out how to free himself once more. He assaults Eric with his secret extremely sharp steel and cuts him with one of the blades he pulled out of his feet. He drives Eric into the basement, where the destitute and presently insane, and probably lobotomized, hostages destroy him. An off-the-wall Lola drives Brent into the basement and tosses all that she can get her hands on at him. Brent tracks down an electric lamp and a mallet among the tossed articles and uses them to guard himself against the hostages. Lola then, at that point, covers Bright Eyes, who ends up being her mom, with a cushion, out of envy. At the point when Brent doesn't make an appearance to the date, a stressed Holly illuminates Mia's dad, a cop. He goes into Lola's home, where Lola kills him with a meat blade. Lola insults Brent, saying she will kill his mom Carla as vengeance for her dad, and kill Holly for making her extremely upset. After she leaves, Brent moves out of the pit utilizing the heap of carcasses. As Lola strolls out and about, she sees Holly drawing nearer in her vehicle. She tosses her scrapbook at the windshield, and assaults Holly, who escapes by walking. Brent shows up in the squad car and runs over Lola. Holly scrambles into the squad car and is stunned to see Brent, the two hug sorrowfully. A seriously harmed Lola approaches the vehicle. Brent inverts the vehicle, striking Lola in the head and pounding her skull. Brent and Holly show up back home, where a stunned Carla embraces her child. And guys, how did you like the explanation of the Loved Once movie? We will definitely write in the comments section and share, subscribe and like for such amazing videos, and see you in the next video.